everyone, today in this video I'm going to be checking out the KOORUI GN02 27-inch gaming monitor. I did receive the sample directly from KOORUI, but I want you to know that any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this monitor or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. Alright, looking at the back of the monitor, you'll see the KOORUI logo and branding with a nice design, much better than just having your typical flat black finish. I like the grooves and texture here with that red accent. We have our power menu button and controls all integrated into a 5-in-1 button. We have our stand installation spot with an open release button, VESA mount option, additional product info, and we have all of our ports right here. 2 HDMI ports, a DisplayPort, audio port, and our DC power plug. First thing I want to discuss is the stand itself. This is a very limited stand. You only have tilt functionality. So we can tilt it down, that's our max tilt down, or we can tilt it back. Now it's time to go over a couple different UFO tests. The first test we're looking at here is just to show you different FPS values with our 240 Hertz refresh rate. So this just gives you a nice overview of trying to understand why usually when you're gaming and pushing those high FPS values, you want a monitor that can match that with refresh rate. So in this case, 1080p, 240 Hertz, 240 FPS up at the top. Very smooth. Just look at the UFO, see how smooth it is compared to losing half of those frames at 120, which I would still argue does not look bad. But then you see when we take another half off there at 60 FPS, so we're down 4 times as much as the 240, there's a pretty substantial difference in how clear everything looks. Now in regards to ghosting, you'll see with our UFO test here that the alien is being smeared as well as the ship out the back side. So now you're looking at the same test with MPRT turned on, and there is a noticeable improvement in the clarity of the UFO, but it's not going to help, I'd say, with any of the blurring and trailing that we've seen in the past as it's moving across the screen. Now let's talk about web browsing. This is just a simple test to show you real world usage and scenario cases with this particular monitor. So we have the YouTube trending page right here. Everything looks great. Take a look, all the popular videos that are trending here. No issues at all. Same could be said if you want to do a lot of reading. We have The Verge pulled up here, a popular online tech blog. So let's go ahead, let's just grab one of these articles. We'll take a look, but see the image quality, the different characters, fonts, text, embedded links. Now it's time for my favorite test. We're going to be testing out the input lag on this monitor. So it looks like we're getting an input lag of right around 10.7, 10.6 milliseconds. Let's check out that middle value here. Right around 13.7, and then at the very bottom will be around 16, I believe. All right. Close. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, gaming. Don't worry, I have you console gamers covered as well. First up, we have the PlayStation 5 connected here. You'll see our video output information. We're getting 1920 1080 at 60 Hertz. Now keep in mind, this monitor actually supports 1080p up to 240 Hertz, but with the PlayStation 5, we'll be lucky to get 1080p at 120 Hertz. So in this case, we're getting 60 Hertz. But keep in mind, depending on your game, you might be able to get lucky and get that 120 Hertz output. Just make sure that you have this set to automatic. Don't turn it off. And for you Xbox users out there, we have the Xbox Series X connected. You'll see we have our 1080p resolution and 120 Hertz refresh rate.